right, I think we are live. Looks like everything's working. All right, cool. Working on the samurai game. I did a little bit of work over the weekend. That I can show. So I forget if I had this my little bandit characters in the game on Friday, or if we were just doing level stuff. I think I might have been just doing the level design stuff. So yeah, so things that working on. We had kind of these ragdoll enemies, which is kind of step one. The next step is to actually animate them, and then we can add the blood effects. My idea for these guys is they're a little bit more customizable and not as kind of cartoonish, I guess, as just having the ninja fight a million samurai fighting a bunch of ninjas. So it's going to be. Oh, there's still someone left. I bumped up the time and I made the map a little bit smaller, so there's a little bit of a. Oh, here he is. So he's trapped, I guess. Where are you? He's in the bushes. Oh, got him. Okay. So, yeah, so this is basically a procedurally generated world. It's a kind of a old Japanese village in which samurai would be. There's a guy stuck in the tree. And what I've done is, over the weekend, I guess I added these guys. And then the other thing that I did was I started working on the programming to make it so that if we're not attached to anything, create something to block off, except for this entrance part. Like here's like a rock wall. It doesn't look that good though, so I might change that. But yeah, so I think just about every tile that you can get in the map has something right now. Some of them are not finished, so there's like these things, but I think the next piece is I'm going to add some more tiles outside of the map so that it doesn't look like we're floating in the air, right? I mean, it's an abstraction, I guess, but looks a little weird having it just be sky. So, gonna probably just have some land around the map that you can't actually go to, maybe with some cliffs or something like that. But yeah, maybe we can figure that out in the next half hour or so. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the map generation. Sometimes when I pause the game, though, it really doesn't like it. I may have to restart my game. Okay. Um, yeah, this is why I built in the editor tools in the prototype of the procedural generation, because like, yeah, whenever I try to pause and jump out of this stuff, it just. All right. Let's control. Oh, never mind. We got it. We threatened it with with um with destruction, and they. So, actually, I was thinking now that I'm thinking about it, let's go to. Let's go to procedural world gen. I think I put it all on the level. Let's see. It's kind of annoying to put it here, but what's cool about all these controls is we can quickly generate new versions of the map. So I wonder how much I would need to. So I guess all this does is it has a link to the world generator, grabs it from the thing, and then it allows you to modify how many rooms, and then what we should do is turn this into like an actor component or something. We just toss on the player. All right, what is here? Okay, yeah, so that's the other thing. This is kind of a cool thing. This just gets it gets the actor and allows you to switch to a spectator. Why is one more crazy than two? I guess because we have two different ways of doing it. We've got creating a spectator. Okay. I am going to just copy all this. All right. I don't really like putting it in the level blueprints. Let's think about this. Put it. It's almost like a toolbox thing. It's like a toolbox component. All right. So this is almost following the right stuff, but actually it's not. So I do have my toolbox thing here. I don't know. Maybe this is very specific to the samurai game. I gotta think about it, but it might go into the random level thing. improve too much on what we have here because I don't have it in my toolbox yet. I have it kind of living randomly. Okay. Let's just put it in the whole blueprint. Oh, we have something here already. Good. Alright, now we've got a bunch of random stuff. Okay, this goes here. And this, we're going to create a variable. Alright, so now we have our world generator. Okay. Make also a variable. Alright. Don't need to set this yet. Okay. Then got a couple more here. This needs to be promoted to a variable. This is the player pawn. Alright, and then there's also... No? Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, this is the spectator pawn. Okay, and then so here we just get the player controlled thing, set it to the player pawn, then we get whether or not we have a spectator pawn, and if we don't, then we make one. And this is just the default class in Unreal. And then we possess it. And yeah, that's kind of what's going on here. Okay, and then up here, we set the actor transform of the spectator pawn to wherever our third person character is, and then we unpossess the whatever we're currently doing, and then we possess the spectator pawn. So that should work. Okay. And then 2 should put us back into our regular player pawn, which will be interesting because it's not like the third person controller, so we'll have to see what happens. And then this, you know, we're using the same kind of system as what was in the other project, so this kind of just works, I think. We're going to generate the world, we're going to take a room idea, room thing, and then and then delete will change the map, so we want okay, so this will reset the map. This will generate a map. This will go up and down on the page, on the room amounts, which that all works. Looks like I don't need to add any new variables. And then escape quits the game, which I think we may already have that in the game, but I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, I could see this being like creating like a debug component or something like that we could drop on player characters, and then have like an input context that handles all the debug stuff. That'd be good. Okay, so the one difference with this versus our so if we go into our world generator, maybe. All right. the project is a little bit cranky when it I don't know why it's actually cranky right now. It's not playing or anything. Well, maybe while that's chilling, we can look at this other stuff I was working on. So, this is I'm creating like a toolbox of stuff that I want to be able to use for games. So, one thing that I feel like I can just drop into a game is kind of like some various like shaders. So this is a couple of post-processing things, and we have an outline shader, flat shading, and a pixelate shader. So like if we drop these down, all right, so this is just outline. Just outline like kind of hates skies. I don't know, but something I need to research. But so you can see, got a pretty sharp kind of outline for these things, and we can add like a sphere to see what that looks like here. Oops, Control Z. Let's make it big. This doesn't look super great because it actually is doing all the quads on it. Let's give it, yeah, and we can control the like how much lines it has and stuff too. But all right, so if we go into our outline here, here we go. Could probably make this a material instance, and so I think it's the amount that does it, maybe. Let's go to 0.2. Yeah, so that kind of made it fade out, right? Still does it when you get far away, but okay. So if we apply this back to our map, it's a little bit less pronounced. Okay, and I have the lines pretty thick, but all right, we go back to our post-processing volume. Let's just go to material so we can see it. Okay, so that's our outline, and then if we put flat shading up, you can see, actually it's kind of, yeah, you can kind of see here, like this is, I mean, these aren't very good shaded, like they don't really have any textures on them and stuff, but you can kind of see this has got like some lighting and stuff. So now we've flattened it. I don't know if the floor is a good example. Not really. And then we can get rid of the outline, and you can see now it just looks like almost like 2D things, right? And then, okay, can go pixelate. Now you have this kind of cool pixelation here. And we can change how much pixelation, and then we can add pixelation and flat shading. So now it's like flat thing. The other piece I want to add is like that PlayStation wobble. I'm just trying to find one that's like super clean. There's lots of people out there kind of showing people how to do it, but I want these to be pretty simple and self-sufficient. I feel like even my line drawing algorithm might be a tad overwrought, but looks cool. All right, so we have our outlines, our pixelation, and our flat shading. And yeah, we could probably make something looks pretty cool with this, and then have a little wobble. The other thing I want to add is a fisheye. So those are my two other things, because some of the cool indie games that I really like have kind of all these things together. So another thing people do is like kind of some of the hatching for like shading. So like I've just gotten rid of the shading completely, but you could, instead of doing flat shading, you could do something with like these. You can't really see it here, but like this has banding, and then you would take the shadow and make it like crisscrosses and stuff. So yeah, this already looks like it's kind of wobbling, just like based on like kind of how the, it's like everything's kind of glittery. But yeah, it kind of turns the Unreal Engine graphics on its head, doesn't it? Yeah. All right. Let's see if Samurai Game has come to its senses. Okay, it has. I just want to click World Editor. Can I just do that? Okay. I don't know why it froze. This is kind of scary when your project starts to act up. Okay. All right, here we are in the World Editor. Event. All right, so here we have Begin Play. And what our debug stuff does is it runs this instead of Begin Play. So everything in this Begin Play is just world generation stuff. So like we could just disable the Begin Play, right? And then the other piece actually is this set. All right. So now we get it from this generate here, and the level map, the level stuff has it in here. So now we compile and save. If we press play, we're just gonna get our guy on this little block, right? So if we press home, or maybe I had to, oh man, okay. Hold on, I just, let's try now. Okay. So we pressed home and we built our level. Okay, so something weird happened here. We built a 2-room world. I think it's because we did not set these variables. So like this room amount is set to 0 right now. So we want to make like a, I think this makes a 6 room if you put 5 because it's 0 based. That's why we were able to have 2 rooms in the level. All right, so that's fine. These find themselves. World generator sets itself up. Now we should be able to do it. All right, so now we have a bigger place. All right, and the other thing we can do now is we can press, oh, what did I just do? All right, our guy's gonna die while we're being a spectator, but okay. So if we press home, click home, and then we can kind of debug our map a little bit. We're gonna have to add invincibility to our guy because he's gonna get murdered. Yeah, you can kind of see. So if we press delete, and then we press, what if we, yeah, home, 1, so we got another little, now we have like a zigzag here. Delete, home, 1. I like that it kind of starts in first person. This one's like one long strip here. Pretty cool. Yeah, the current amount of tiles kind of gives it at least a somewhat organic layer. Okay, and then 1. So yeah, this one's got a nice little center area here. These all came together to form a little cherry blossom grove, and then for cherry tree grove, we've got a dead end over here. And then, yeah, you can see they all found me. And then we could, just for fun, I'm gonna make a 50 room. Let's see if the frame rate holds up. Okay, we just made a 50 room village. There you go. So we could have like an epic battle here. Still looks pretty cool. I don't know. It would be hard to navigate through it, I guess, right? But are we still on 50? Let's see. I think it resets back to 5. Yeah. This is more manageable for, 1 minute to kill all the bad guys, but yeah. Oh. It sounds like it's time to save. Yes, Take Joshi is right. And thanks, Kale. I just saved. Okay. So yeah. So now we have our debug tools. Yeah, let's how can we put an invincibility code in our guy? Let's see. Okay, our player. All right, so in here, oh yeah, we have a health so we take damage, I guess, never mind. Let's see, change health. That does that. So you could put invincibility here. Or could build it into our health component. So we have a couple things that we can do here. Change health, regenerate health, start health regeneration. So I don't know, we could put it right in here, right? We could just say like, if the player is invincible, skip it, right? And that'd be the end of that. And then you just have to set it when you want to do it. And then it wouldn't like interfere with like animations and stuff. Probably we could still let the player get. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. So I'm gonna add a new variable and call it is invincible, and then put a branch right here. All right. So like naming this variable is invincible sort of makes sense to me, but then like when you're doing the logic here, you want to know that it's not invincible, which is kind of annoying, but I don't know if I want to make a variable called is not invincible. Oops, that's not what we want. I just want a not. And there's a boolean not right here. Just stick this in here. So now if he's not invincible, or she, then we will reduce the health, and if they are, then we're just gonna drop out. Let's add a little comment. Why not? I don't know. This doesn't really need a comment, does it? Can I delete the comment? Okay. Alright. We know what this is doing. We can put a comment on this thing if we want it. Nope. Sure. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's in our health component now, and we have this thing. We should be able to edit it from within our player. I think I got rid of most of my hacky controls, but all right. I guess we'll put one in here. And we'll do, should make it so that you have to type in something. Let's do key. If we do tab, that's pretty, okay, and then get health. Should we toggle? Can we just toggle? No. There's a way to do okay, let's do no. Okay, so in math, we don't have it. Switch, build, detect. I think there's a way to like flip a boolean or something. What if I type bool? Oh. I thought there was a way to do it. Well, we can do it this way. Ready? Get is principal. I think you can just do. I can multiply it by -1. That's how I would do it. I don't know if that's. Okay, let's do context. Can we flip it? Like, I think you can just do that, right? This is, whatever this is, it's the opposite. I don't know. I feel like there's a better way to do that, but I think this will work. All right. And then let's do it do once here. And then this whole stack needs to go down a little bit. And we'll just do a delay on it. Just so we're not spamming our invincibility. And then we'll reset after 1 second. This doesn't reset the it doesn't reset the invincibility, it just resets the ability to toggle it on and off. Okay. So now we won't have an indicator. Okay. So let's go tab and then boom. Boom. Let's go up to this guy. Attack me. Okay, you attack me. Okay, so he's hurting me. Now no one's hurting me. Alright, cool. Now I can go into first person mode. No, just kidding. But you could. Alright, so now our enemies have found us. And we can make a crazy map if we want. Alright. Let's not forget that that's there. I think there's a way to set it up so that you can like you can do something where it's like the game is in debug mode or something like that. Debug build. Build. I don't see it in here though. Okay. It's probably here somewhere. Thank you, Kale. All right, well, just I'll put a comment on this. It's the cheat. We'll make it bright red so we see it and remember it. If I can spell invincibility right. All right, this one is fine. Let's just, so that's 40. I'm trying to find which room is, okay, so this is our basic room. This one seems to have fencing. Let's see. Actually, maybe a quicker way would be to identify them in the test map. So let's go. I'm gonna page up a little bit. Okay, so the bamboo forest one needs to be done, and the one with the rock in the center with the barrels needs to have some fixes. Okay. I think that's it. I think it's just barrels and bamboo. Okay, so let's find those guys. Not that one. I think that one's okay for now. Actually, this might be. This one is not good yet either. We just have cubes on this one. Okay. So want to. I'm just gonna throw a thing in here. I'm pretty sure this shows up in the thing, but I'm gonna go into meshes. I'm gonna go into. I'm just gonna drop like that onto the map here. Is that too tall? I don't know if it is. Maybe not. Okay. Just want that in there because I think this room is being generated in the map. Let's go. Oh, that's into it. I gotta get the mouse capture going. Okay. Right. Tab. Right. Let's look. Where's our village house with a? Yeah, here we go. Okay. This one's actually kind of messed up. Oh, because I made them all visible. Okay, so. Alright, so we are using that one. That's good. Look, it's completely closed off. Why is it completely closed off? That's weird. Oh, because the entrance is here and this one's closing it up. Okay. Alright, fine. We can do that. Okay, so basically the way that I've been doing this is close the geometry. So we don't want it inside the geometry, we actually want it inside our collision box of our exits. So we are currently targeting this one. And you see we have this cube here, so we go into our fence. It's like, is this the long? This is the long fence, I guess. Okay. So you grab it, put it here. Right now it's there. And over. And probably want it to be on the ground. Take the cube, delete it. All right. Let's see here. So this one, actually, we don't even need probably to do the whole thing. We can probably just do that. And yeah, we don't even need the second one. We could just, this is blocked off, right? Because we can move it forward a little bit. Yeah, that will keep the player from getting through that area. I think as long as they can't get around the houses, we're fine. Okay, so now we'll grab this guy and we'll do the same thing. So grab a fence, drop it here, delete this box, and then okay, now we're in. This one's a little trickier. we probably want to make sure the player can't get all the way across. It looks like we have these bushes, but I don't think the bushes really block anything. So, all right, and then gonna stretch this a little bit. I don't think that the player could get glitched through there, but we can rotate this. Maybe not a ton. Kind of do that. All right. So that's that one. Okay, let's go to this one. So fence, cube, fence. Once again, push it down, push it over. Now we're in the ground. Kind of a similar situation with these here. This one we kind of had the barrel too, so we could just maybe use the barrel as like a way to block people. And then I'm gonna just expand this fence a little bit. Yeah, like that. Okay. So now we have the fence, 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 and we're good. So now we just put everything as invisible. Oh, maybe we might need to do collision too. Let's see. All right, let's look. Block all dynamic. Yeah. Okay, so you got to set this to no collision. So these won't generate like nav mesh blocks when we first start, and then they will block because you might have an entrance. You know, this might be attached, so you don't want to start with anything blocking. Okay, so that should be good. All right, and then save. And then, tab. All right, so the last one is this the last one? Or oh, we have two still. Did I? Which one did I just fix? All right, hold on. Oh, this one. Okay. I'm pretty sure the barrel one doesn't needs fixing, and then this one, but it looks like there was another one. Anyway, this is a little bit tedious. I suppose I could have like a base room with 4 exits, but like I feel like and then just have walls that go up, but then you're gonna have like fences clipping through houses and things depending on what's here, you know. Like this might even be like why like maybe we should just have bamboo wall, you know, for this one, right? Let's actually do that. Let's just get that one and that one. Is there only 2? There's only 2 for this one, so that's cool. Okay, let's do visibility. Let's see what we're looking at here. Okay, so with this one, could just, this is one of the things here, we could just duplicate, but then now we have to find all right, so now we have this. Let's just a little bit easier to mess with. Okay. So we're going to do a bunch of these. So delete that. Okay. And this kind of is already blocked, but okay. So is there a better that, I guess? All right. Kind of want this to not allow players to like climb up on these rocks either to get around. They might, and then all right. I think that closes off our bamboo area there. Okay, and then this one, do the same thing. Let's just duplicate here, and we'll just drop it on this guy. All right, and then cube, delete, bamboo 20. Let's move you over. We'll start them like that. Actually, let's rotate. I think this is a long way. Oops. Very good. This is on a little angle, so that's why it's creeping across. All right, pretty sure we've blocked off this way. Let's just make sure this is kind of over a little bit. I don't think a player is able to get through this. Okay, but now all of these have to be set to, and then all these, okay, have to be set to not visible, and then in the collision, it will set to no collision. All right. It's like it never happened. Okay, compile, save. So if let's bump up a little bit. Boom. Invincibility. Okay. Oh, I got him. All right. So now, just gotta find a nice bamboo forest here. Look at that. You just can't escape, can you? Okay, so like this area here, I know for a fact you can climb up it. So we need to prevent that as well. Just in general, really. Not just when we have a problem. Okay, and it looks to me like last one we have is this 2-house one, I think. I don't know if I fixed the barrel one yet. But yeah, the little bamboo thing, I think that works. I haven't tested it, of course. All right, let's go. Let's find. Okay. So progress is slow, but oh, look at that. I got through. Okay, wait. So is the bamboo forest? Let's do tab 1. We haven't tried out our warp abilities yet, so let's try it. Ready? Did that work? Yeah, okay. Okay, so we can, for the most part, it's blocking us, but I bet there's just some, like right here, there's some gaps. We can sneak through. So it almost helps, but okay, do you see how the bad guys can just walk like that? So we need to change the way this works, because this is supposed to be a dead end. Are you okay, buddy? Alright. Well, I need to get ready for the rest of my day. So I think we're gonna cut it here. Made a little bit of progress. We added some debug stuff. We fixed some of our levels. And yeah. Okay. Okay, so all right, that's the end of our stream. Let's just, before I sign off, let's do a huge, let's do like 100. Can I do it before the time runs out? 50, 60. This is like 101 or 102 things, and if we go home, we'll have it. All right, I'm going to do a zoom out here. Oh yeah, what a nightmare. It's interesting, like one of the only places where there's like this like gap is right here, which is, that's interesting. It almost always like fills in on itself. We're gonna run out of time. I need to like have a debug for getting rid of the timer. Anyway, yeah, the power of procedural generation, not bad. That's makes it a lot of fun for a developer. I can see why people like it, because you can surprise yourself, which is good when you're the one creating it. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back tomorrow